Well, another BMW has gone electric. It's the BMW i4 from 2022, and for 20 points it can be yours too. This thing has 335 brake horsepower, 317 foot-pounds of torque, and weighs a whopping 4,600 pounds, and has a displacement of 0. It's alright, no one stole the engine, it just doesn't have one, it has a motor and battery instead. From the front it looks a bit like, well, I don't know, but it looks kind of angry. From the back it looks like an old sort of BMW GT Sport Tourer thingy. And from the inside we've got basically typical modern day BMW with some dials and screens, and that's about it. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a listen to Electric Kettle number, I've forgotten. Now, one thing I probably should have mentioned earlier, this thing is rear wheel drive. Anyway, let's go ahead and go over to our motor and battery and see how much power we can get out of the stock motor in this thing. We can get up to 556, up to 670 brake horsepower, which is not too bad. But there is also another little thing here for conversion. And, oh, we have a body kit for this. Okay. We have, oh, it's not too bad, I guess. And then we have the option of adding in a 670 brake horsepower race motor. Personally, I would have liked the Rimac motor in this one instead. Which makes it interesting because there's a 1 horsepower difference between the top upgrade here and the race motor, but the race motor has some slightly higher torque figures. Never mind, apparently we can upgrade it to have 1,147 brake horsepower. Oh god. In the meantime, we're just going to upgrade the just stock motor for now. I'm going to take up a little thing, and let's go ahead and see what we can do with aero. For the front we have got just a bland Forza aero, which is kind of a bit, well, very dull. And for the back we've got ourselves a Forza wing number 1 and Forza wing number 2. Oh, it adds like a little lip just on the edge of here. That is actually not too bad. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and upgrade this to the top of A class, and then I'll be right back. So after a massive deal of upgrading later, we're at 4,150 pounds and 556 brake horsepower and 36,100 credits poorer. Oh dear. So making our way down to the paint shop, we've got nothing in advance, but taking a look at manufacturer colours, we've got a few. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different colours, and that orange is actually kind of okay really. You know, I'd really like to know how many times I've driven this particular track. Seriously, like having most favourite car and most successful, can we also have a favourite track filter as well, please, Forza? And away we go, 550 odd brake horsepower and a lot of cars to go up against, and only 1 gear. So this should get very, very interesting. And, oh, there's another beamer. Hello, friend, how are you doing? Okay, turn number 1, how are we doing? This thing is, well, it's okay, I guess. It's not too terrible, but it's not too brilliant at the same time, so it's kind of like a good mix of both. Alright, let's see how many people we pass here. There's 1. Can we catch up to the next one before the turn? Yes, kinda. I guess we can get alongside it, but looks like they've still won the battle. Or have they? Because past we go. Thank you very much. That's something I don't understand, right? Is why Forza is adding so many EVs. I mean, a good solid 4 out of the many cars we've had during this particular series have all been EVs. We've got this, the BMW iX, both of the Rivians. I just don't get it. I really don't get it. Can somebody let me know why in the comments, please? If there is a reason for it? Unless it was to torture me into driving electric cars more. Okay, 95% like usual. Just 1 more turn to go, and our finish line is just here. And across we go with a very, very nice first place. And what do we get? Time of 2 minutes 11. So not too bad, to be honest. Well, there we are. That was a pretty interesting race indeed. But now we're going to go over and swap the motor. I've gone to the complete wrong thing. Where is it? There we go, to the motor swap, and just to there, and then back over to here, and then go and upgrade the now swap motor up to nearly 1,150 brake horsepower. I've just noticed, is there no way that I can change the drivetrain? Can I not make the single wheel drive? Alright, drag tyres, where are they? There we go, drag tyre compound. Let's go ahead and just make those a little thinner at the front, and I think they're about as wide as can be at the back. Yes, they are. Right, I'm going to go ahead and tune this thing, and I'll be right back. Alright, here we are now at 3,458 pounds. We are a lot lighter than last time. We've now got 1,147 horsepower, and that cost us another further 94,300 credits. Here we are now over at the edge of the festival, so let's go ahead and see. Do we get a wheelie check out of this thing? No, not really. Okay. 400 km mile an hour Mosler. Well, this is not 400 kilometers now, neither is it a Mosler, but let's go ahead and see what we get out of the BMW i4. Away we go with a actually fairly decent start. Oh my god, this thing's all over the place. Okay, let's give this another go, this time on launch control. Away we go. Hopefully you're going to try and stay in a straight line this time. Let's go ahead and see what the BMW i4 has got to give us. We're up to 180 and through the camera at 196 and off the end of the runway at a solid 200 miles an hour. But now we have to go ahead and throw this thing back into the festival to go and get it upgraded, painted and ready for the road. Okay, everything has been all sorted. We're now back on our semi-slick tires because if you look over here, there we go, all sorted. And now over to probably the motorway. But of course, before we do that, here is this week's Forza shop. We've got the Bugatti Veyron, we have got ourselves the Halo theme part 1, which sounds a bit like this. And then we have the Star 27 ankle socks, our Warthog, the Horizon wheelspin, and the Horizon Super wheelspin. Okay, here we are now over at the edge of the motorway, so let's go ahead and see what we can get out of the sort of lime-ish mobile, onto launch control, and away we go with a very, very slow start. Never mind, I take that back. Oh, come on, please turn, please turn, please turn, please turn out of the speed zone at 262.20 miles an hour, which is actually kind of surprising for this thing, I'm not going to lie. And now down to the downhill and our local speed camera. Speaking of, it is right there, 272.33, and going down here, we're going even quicker, 274. Do we get 275? We do for a split second turn. Okay, so we're not going to talk about how I ended up in the field, okay? We're going to move on from that. And here we are now, it's taken me that long, it has turned night, but let's go ahead and throw ourselves into the drift zone here and see what we get out of the all-electric BMW i4. This thing wants to spin so badly. And out we go at 34,224 points. Here we go, going back in the other way. Drifting in electric cars feels really weird. But come on, let's keep it going, don't clout the bridge. Oh, sideways, come on, make it! 37,891 points, and we only spun once. Not bad. Honestly, this thing really is quite something. I kind of don't know what to say, but at the same time, it's also electric, so I'm still on the fence about it, but oh well. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. This thing is definitely still a must-have, especially if you are a fan of EVs. But I'll go ahead and see you all in the next one. I don't know where they're going, but thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Tech out. See ya. The fact I can make this thing drift scares me.